Hi everybody, this is Liz with Connecting Threads, and I am here to show you another one of my favorite tools to add to your quilting studio. This is the Hold It Precision Stiletto, and I'm guaranteeing that you've probably seen this tool around, but you might not have known what it's used for. And let me tell you, this is not just a time saver, but it is also a fingertip saver. If you have ever ironed your fingertips or gotten that fingernail just a little too close to the needle on your sewing machine, this tool is going to help save those fingernails. The Hold It Stiletto has two different ends. It has a silicone rubber end that acts as a gripper that will help you iron, and then it also has this kind of rounded hard point that can help make sure that it pushes a seam through the sewing machine, and it will make sure that you don't have to get your finger too close to that needle. So let me go ahead and show you how to use it both on the sewing machine and with the iron. When you're ready to fold over or iron a seam allowance, this precision stiletto is going to help make sure that you don't get your fingers too close to the iron. So let's go ahead and just fold over a little bit of this fabric. Now normally, you might have a hard time getting the seam allowance, and you'll notice my finger is getting really, really close to the iron. So what this stiletto does is, because it's got this grippy silicone end, I don't have to worry about the iron touching it because it won't melt that silicone, and because it's grippy, it can actually help push the fabric over. So this is a really, really, really great time saver because you're not going to be readjusting every couple of seconds to try and make sure that this seam allowance gets folded over. The other way that I really love to use the precision stiletto is to feed small pieces of fabric into my machine. Now, if you have a slightly finicky seam that you're working on, or half square triangles are another really great example where you've got these tiny, tiny little points that you want to make sure get sewn in, this is going to be your new favorite tool. So once we start sewing, for the most part, it's pretty easy. Everything is going well, but when we want to make sure that that little edge ends up staying in there, you want to make sure that you are feeding it in with something that can't get hurt, and that is the precision stiletto. So rather than pushing your finger towards the needle, which you really don't want to do, the stiletto saves your fingertip and it'll help push that seam in there. So that's my other favorite use for this tool, and you can use it for all different types of instances with your sewing machine. And that is the Hold It Precision Stiletto. Now, there are so many more uses for this tool, and I guarantee that once you add it to your quilting studio, you are going to be using it all the time. It's one of my favorites, and I have to say, as someone who has burned some fingertips in the past, this is one of my favorite things to add in while I'm doing all of my different types of pressing, because I'm so tired of having little tiny burn marks on the ends of my fingers. I cannot wait to hear how you guys find new uses for this tool, and for Connecting Threads, this is Liz.